Yes, people. What's going on? It's the Kitty Johnny GTV, and we're back again with another video. Hope you guys are well. Do me a favor, let me know what you guys think about today's content by commenting down below if you're watching on the playback, and if you're watching live, comment in the live stream. Let me know what you guys are saying. Do me a favor, I'm trying to get this stream past at least 100 likes. So if you see the like button and it's not past 100 likes, hit that like button, and if it is, continue to hit it because it supports the channel very much. So I will be having a couple guests on in the show later on during the show. But today we got a lot to talk about. There's currently an ongoing situation with Thomas Partey, and I am not a legal professional, so I will refrain from talking about things that I don't know about and things that I don't have an idea about. So if you wanted to come on this stream and find out my opinion on the whole Thomas Partey situation, personally, I'm not going to give a valid opinion on either side. I don't think I have enough information on my end. I'm going to wait for the club to release a statement on what's going on with Thomas Partey. What we do know is Thomas Partey is in training with the first team still. There has not been any suspension on the end of Arsenal. There has been a situation on Twitter where a young lady has come out and put a bunch of information on the table for everyone to judge Thomas Partey on their accord. And personally, I am just going to stay away from this whole situation. I feel like this is a football channel and we should speak on the footballing matters. So throughout the video, anytime anyone comes up and asks me about the Thomas Partey situation, I am just going to tell you that. If you want to find out more about what was tweeted, there was a young lady on Twitter. She tweeted about it yesterday around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. She tweeted about a bunch of these things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to refrain from that and bring it back to the football side of things. Now, I do have a wonderful guest on today. Jason is in the house. Jason, is your camera on? I don't think it is.
No. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Just try clicking camera on, or maybe your camera's flipped around. Just get that sorted for me, and then I'll bring you back up, okay? But yeah, we're going to have Jason with us. We're going to also talk about the Tielemans rumors. We're going to talk about the beginning of the new season. We're going to talk about the third kit. And we're going to talk about Timo Werner reportedly being linked to Arsenal. What the hell is going on, boys? Let me know what you guys think about what's going on with the Timo Werner situation. Honestly, big up Iga. I hope you have a good day, because I feel like since the news yesterday, Arsenal fans, yeah, man, it's been a sensitive topic to discuss, and it's almost like no one's allowed to go into it too much because we don't know all the information. All we know is what the young lady has told us, and I personally don't want to get into it too much because I feel like it can go down a very dark road. And I hope everyone respects my opinion. I'm not the most articulate person, so I might say something that will be spun out of context, and I don't want to say anything that could be then used against me. In the sense, I need to know all the information, and I can only speak on facts, and what I don't know, I am not going to speak on. All we can see is what she tweeted out, and at this moment in time, I'm just going to wait and see what the club does before I speak about it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to report on, if the club takes any actions, then I will report on it. As at this moment in time, people making hysterical pieces, tabloid pieces, making fun of Partey, making fun of the girl, I'm not going to do any of that. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. This whole situation, the only reason why we know about Thomas Partey is because of football, and I would like to keep my channel specifically on the footballing side of things and not the tabloid side of things. Like, yes, we're linked to Timo Werner. This is actually a link, and we can get into that. But when it comes to everything else and their personal life and everything else, I'm going to try to refrain from that. So I hope everyone respects my opinion, my decision to refrain from speaking too candidly on this topic. I feel like it is a very sensitive topic and a situation where a lot of people could get too involved and then leave themselves with pie on their face. And I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy to get involved in this and then end up causing more problems for myself down the road, right? I work in a financial field where things that I say and on YouTube or social media can be used against me, and I don't want to ever risk my personal life or my channel. Let's be honest. A lot of people just go on these channels and they just say whatever the hell they want, make fun of people, go in on individuals and make things a lot more personal. Yes, it's for your entertainment, but at the same time, it is not the smartest thing to do at times like this in the sensitive world we live in. Cancel culture, everything that's gone around. People need to have some sensitivity on the situation. How you can have your you can have sympathy for the person who's the victim, and at the same time not go all the way in and go crazy on social media, because I feel like so much people are point scoring. People are using this as an opportunity to say I was right or I was wrong, and you have people just dragging everybody into this. You got the club getting dragged into this. You got the fans getting dragged into this. Like, what have I done as a fan to be dragged into this whole situation? You know what I mean? So I'm just going to stay away from it and I'm done. That's it. Anyways, moving back onto the football side of things, right? Hopefully that clears up my stance on the whole situation at this moment in time. And let's get back onto the footballing side of things. Hopefully we can get Jason on. I don't know what's going on. Jason, are you there? Where did Jason go? Just join. Okay, I think he's here now. Yeah, he's here. Jason, what's going on? We can see you now.
Hi, are you okay?
I'm doing good, man. So, guys, if you don't know Jason, let people know who you are, a little bit about yourself, and we're going to be talking about Arsenal, of course, the club that we love. So, let us know how you became an Arsenal fan. And welcome, Jason, guys. Jason, it's nice to have you, bro.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me. So, I am a writer for Football 365, covering news, all football news, not just Arsenal. I do features every so often as well, and also do NBA stuff. So that's because I enjoy following that, and started following Arsenal when I was maybe in like 2004, probably at the start of the Invincibles season, just because I love watching Thierry Henry, really. And as a Scotsman, I follow Rangers and I follow Arsenal, and everyone seems to find it quite funny that I have two teams, but it's just sort of like a Scottish thing, isn't it? Because everyone has a Premier League team, don't they? And then they sort of have a soft spot for their local team as well. Not necessarily local for me, but a team from their nation. But yeah, just growing up watching Henry, Bergkamp, Pires, and sort of players, just fell in love with the club, and it's been a topsy-turvy ride, but I've loved it.
Nice. I'm just gonna tweet this out saying we're live now. Guys in the chat, put a round of emojis in for my boy Jason. And Jason, man, I'm a big Raptors fan. If you don't know, my actual Arsenal, my logo to my channel is actually the Raptors logo and the cannon mixed together. If you haven't noticed, the reason being, I'm a big Raptors fan, big Arsenal fan. Grew up in Toronto, Canada my whole entire life, so basketball is like one of my first loves. Football is my second, but I got into Arsenal through the World Cup and the French national team. So that's how I got into it. But what about yourself? Like, you just got into it randomly as a young kid?
I mean, I've always loved football, and I think it's more watching Match of the Day. I think maybe a bit of FIFA as well back in the day, like using Henry and just watching Match of the Day and seeing just Arsenal dominate teams. And as a kid, you kind of just see a team that's really good and think, yeah, that's my team. Like, not so much a glory hunter, but like when you're a kid, you're pretty impressionable, and you see like players like Thierry Henry just fall in love with the club as a whole. And I think I'm definitely not the only person to love Arsenal because of that man and Wenger and the football that he got playing.
There you go. So yeah, let's get straight into it, bro. There's a lot to talk about. First things first, today's random link. We were linked to Timo Werner out of nowhere, bro. Absolutely nowhere. It came out of nowhere. I was about to go live and I'm like, there's not much to talk about today. But then out of nowhere, I just hear us being linked to Timo Werner. And first thing that comes to mind is, Timo Werner, another guy that Chelsea don't want, that we might come and save them from signing the Timo Werner. And this link came from absolutely nowhere. It's probably one of the weakest links you could probably get. This is coming from a Real Madrid account saying that Arsenal reported Timo Werner is reportedly attracting interest from Arsenal and Real Madrid, coming from what is this? Central. So this is a Real Madrid account on Twitter. Honestly, I don't believe it for a second, but let's just entertain it. Would Timo Werner be a good addition to Arsenal?
I don't think so, to be honest. He's not really taken to life in England very well, has he? And although we could perhaps do with another striker or a versatile forward, he's a good. I think he's a good pressing forward, but there's just not enough. There's not enough goals there, is it? I just don't think that's someone that we're interested in going for. I can probably see him going back to Germany. If anything, he's not really had the best time in England. But yeah, Chelsea rejects. I think them days are behind us, I think, after... Well, Louise was all right, to be fair. But Willian, I think Willian was probably the last straw in that regard.
Yeah, no, Willian would definitely ruin relationships with how the club view former Chelsea players. Because Petr Cech was not that bad. David Luiz had his bad moments, but overall was not that bad of a signing, especially since Koscielny was just leaving. But if we were to get Timo Werner, people in the comment section, let me know. Do you first of all, do you believe these links? Do you believe that we're actually serious about signing this guy? Because that's the first thing I question.
Surely not. No, I'd never seen that source before as well. And when it comes to the transfer window, I think you just shouldn't believe everything you read, and I only really take note of the Athletic. Probably the Telegraph were quite good as well, but mainly the Athletic, and there's maybe a couple of foreign ones that are okay. But yeah, I would take that one with a pinch of salt, absolutely. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the know or anything like that. It could be true, but I would be very, very, very surprised if it was.
Okay. People in the comment section, let me know what you guys think about the everything going on. People are saying Tielemans Agreement. What? We're gonna get to that. I'm not saying that the deal has been agreed between Leicester. I'm just saying there is an agreement being formulated. In the meanwhile, I'm just gonna say this. I seen this originally on AFTV a couple of months ago, where Turkish was saying he would take Timo Werner as a second option. If Timo Werner came in and he was another wing option, would that make sense?
I don't know. I think we're looking for more creativity and technical ability on the wings. I mean, the players that we've got at the moment, like Martinelli, even the backup options like Nelson and Pepe, they're tricky wingers, aren't they? They're natural wingers. He's not. I don't think that he really fits the mold at the club at the minute. And I think he'll be quite expensive as well. And it's just, I think it's someone that we would probably avoid. But like I say, he's quite a good pressing attacker. So I mean, it could be an option. He could play anywhere across the front line. So I mean, it could be a feasible option in that regard. The fact that he is quite versatile, and we are looking for another versatile, or there's a sort of unknown winger that we're after, or whatever. I don't know. I don't think that it would be someone that would fit the sort of personnel that we have at the minute.
Okay. Let's get away from Timo Werner for a second, because people in the shocked by the poll results. What are the poll results? People are actually saying yes. No, 42% are actually saying yes to Timo Werner. They must be Chelsea fans. They must be Chelsea fans. That's the only thing that makes sense. Moving on to the next thing of the day. Before we get into Tielemans, Jared Bowen, would you take Bowen? Because I'm looking at Bowen and I'm seeing all these talks about Bowen, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? I don't know if Bowen would fit what we need at this moment in time. Technical ability wise, would Jared Bowen fit? Because if we're talking about players who interchange and do everything, does he really play well on the left? And would you take Jared Bowen at Arsenal? Because that has been spun around a lot lately.
I don't think I've ever seen him play on the left. He's played through the middle a few times because West Ham didn't really have any other options than Antonio. So he was played through the middle and he was okay. He was quite dangerous. He's done well against the big clubs. Liverpool, he scored twice against City, didn't he, at home last season? I would take him, definitely, but he's English, he's West Ham's most valuable player alongside Declan Rice. They're going to want, I mean, how much do you think they're going to want? Like 70 million, probably, around that for Jarrod Bowen. I don't know if I would pay that amount, but I mean, since he's come to England, he's not really put a foot wrong, is he? He's just improved and improved. So maybe he can become a world class player at a club like Arsenal. Who knows? But I think, like you say, playing on the left hand side, I'm not too sure. I think that's maybe what we need a bit more depth in, is someone who can definitely play on that side. And he's quite dangerous cutting in, isn't he, on that left foot? I don't know how he would really look on the left, but yeah, to answer your question, would I take him? Definitely. But for what West Ham are going to want for him, I don't know. I think we'd be better turning our attention elsewhere. But you never know. We might be able to negotiate a pretty good deal with them. But I mean, I think just my inkling is that they would ask for around 70 million, which I don't think we would want to pay.
How much would Jarrod Bowen be worth? You're right. If they ask for 70, 80 million, no way. Because in my opinion, he's not worth that much. Maybe 40, 50. But at the same time, the player's only worth what you think they're worth as a club, right? West Ham are not going to give us Bowen. He does not really press. Also, he is a lethal outlet. I hear that. He's definitely lethal in the final third, but everything else, I'm not too sure. People, hit that like button. We're going to now get on to the next thing. Did you see this thing about Icardi yesterday?
No, I didn't see it. No, about Icardi. No.
It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't know if they're recycling old news because they're bored or something, but I seen something about Icardi. We rejected the PSG player yesterday. So reports coming out that Arsenal rejected a chance to sign Mario Icardi. What's his name? How do you pronounce his name again? Is that it?
Mauro Icardi? I think. I don't know.
No, the PSG guy. What's his name?
Well, Icardi?
Yeah, PSG guy. How do you pronounce his first name? Is it
Mauro?
I'm struggling also.
I butcher names every day, don't worry.
Yeah, I butcher names also. So we turned down a chance to sign this guy this season. We could have had him instead of Gabriel Jesus. I'm happy how things worked out. I personally don't view Icardi as this outstanding player. And let me just find out where this report came from. So the report came out caught offside. Fabrizio Romano reported and said that Arsenal had an opportunity to sign Icardi before we signed Edu. Let me just show it on the screen what they said. So this is what was said. Arsenal had many opportunities and have turned them down. And then he went on to say, for example, Icardi was an option, the club in the recent months, and they decided not to proceed. And Edu was always had Jesus as in mind as a priority. So yeah, just this is good, man. It looks like the club is not just taking the easy answer. I'm just happy that we're not taking the easy outs and we're actually thinking about our target and we're taking our time. Because if we would have gone for Icardi over Jesus, it would have been the wrong decision.
100%, yeah, 100% agree with that. I think that he's quite a problematic player, isn't he? He's got so many issues. It's like keeping up with Kardashians off the court. It's crazy. There's so much going on there, and yeah, I don't think that's the sort of individual that Arteta would be looking at, definitely. And I don't think it's the sort of player that Arteta would really be wanting as well. He's quite old. Well, he's older than Jesus, I think. His wages will be astronomical as well. The fact he's at PSG there, he's going to be on so much money. I think he'd be open to the move, but I think that his days at a top club are probably behind him. He was a wonderful player at Inter Milan, brilliant, but just went to PSG and sort of played second fiddle there the whole time. But yeah, no, there's a lot of baggage that comes with him, and the fact that the fact that he's got all that baggage, plus he's not as good as Jesus. Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted that we've made that decision, and the fact it's come from Fabrizio Romano as well means that it's going to be true as well.
100%. Just before we get into Gabriel Jesus and Saliba, who has impressed you this preseason? Big up to everyone in the comment section. We got about 40 people in the comment section. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button right now. Let people know that we're live. And yeah, bro, if you can, just retweet that tweet that I put out in a few minutes ago. But yeah, definitely. What you can talk about the situation, Partey. You know what? We are actually going to respect that situation and just move. And since it is a delicate topic, we're going to wait until the club releases any statements on this. Just because I think it's more important to wait until they release a statement. Because if the club was going to go sign midfielders and do all these things, they would then at least speak about the ongoing situation with Thomas Partey before we can then add on to it. So we're going to do that at Games FC. But yeah, moving on to preseason. Who impressed you the most in preseason, bro?
Because I think probably, in fairness to two strikers, I think Nketiah's probably reacted quite well to the signing as well, and he knew that it was going to happen when he signed the contract. And I think that he's taken his game to another level. Obviously, it's pre-season, but I think he looks bigger, he looks stronger, and I think he's impressed me quite a lot. And obviously Jesus, he at City, I think he was quite like just an out and out number 9 pressing, but a bit of a poacher. But I think with us, he's got that opportunity to be the focal point, which was a selling point for him joining us. And he looks so exciting and confident on the ball, doesn't he? And the goal he scored against Chelsea, a little dink over Mendy, was just amazing. Like I think them two have impressed me the most. I think Nketiah has reacted well to the signing. He looks stronger, he looks clinical, and I think that them two will actually be really, really good for us this season. I'm really excited for Jesus, and I think he'll actually help the likes of Ødegaard step up and really elevate their game to another level. I can see him getting at least 10 assists in the league with Jesus in front of him. I just think that he makes the team so much better. I mean, respect to Lacazette, he was a good servant to the club, but by the time that his contract was expiring last season, he wasn't the way for us. And now we've got Jesus. I think that our whole team just is completely different and a million miles better. And I've absolutely loved seeing Jesus in pre-season.
Someone just said to me, Lokonga. So I think Lokonga is a good shout. Lokonga's a good shout because I think Lokonga, we haven't really seen enough of Lokonga in the 8. We've seen him more in a deeper role. And every time he's played in that role, he's kind of been like left to dry by himself. So this is a good opportunity to see him actually playing a little bit more forward. And I think he might actually get used to playing as an 8 rather than a DM for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think that's definitely where he should be. And when I think he got... When he at the start of last season, I thought he impressed and then sort of got dropped probably a bit harshly, but I mean, it was always going to happen. And then towards the end of the season against Brighton, he got through right in the deep end, didn't he? He played 6 by himself. I think it was Ødegaard and Smith Rowe maybe ahead of him. When Xhaka played left back, that was a bad decision, but that's a discussion for another day. And he was exposed in that game, and I think, but yeah, no, he's looked good. He took his goal against Chelsea really, really well, and I think he's got potential to be a really, really good player. But yeah, as an 8, I would have thought, or perhaps in a few years as a lone 6.
What about Gabriel Jesus? Don't you think he could change our attack in the way that we play? Like basically with the by the way, I'm just gonna add one more guy, my guy Ozzy. Ozzy, welcome.
Yo, what's up, man? Big up Igal, big up Jason. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, big up. This is one of my guys.
Big up everyone in the chat.
Nice one. Ozzy, we missed a bunch of stuff that we spoke about, but I know you. The moment I mentioned Timo Werner, you're gonna start yelling.
Yeah, I'll tell you to move on, man.
Okay, fair. We're gonna move on to Gabriel Jesus and how much we think he's gonna change our attack. So basically, how much of an upgrade is he in comparison to Lacazette, guys? Because if you remember, the Athletic did a thing where they showed average positions of players. And where Lacazette was supposed to be, there was no lines linking him to any players. So just based on the link up alone, we should be linking up more often with Gabriel Jesus. And I think he's going to change our attack to another level. What do you guys think about Gabriel Jesus and how much he can change our attack next season?
I'll let you go, Ozzy.
Yeah, no, for me, it's massive upgrade. You know, we heard Pep Guardiola speak about him yesterday. The guy is like an immense worker, man. His press, his like running in behind, his link up play, it's just like you know, 3-4 times more than upgrade than Lacazette was. Lacazette was slow, lethargic, you know, trying to get the guy to run from the centre half into the box. You'd be waiting for a lifetime. So like, for me, like, he offers us like that diversity in play, whether it's like one touch, two touch, running in behind, you know, pressing from the front. Also, like defending wise as well, I think we forget to mention the guy will defend as well. He won't just like sit up there and just wait for the ball to come to him.
Let me show you something, bro. This is what our map looked like last year with Lacazette. No lines. The first preseason game that we played, this was Gabriel Jesus. Look at the difference. It's just he's linking up with everybody, where you couldn't find one link up with Lacazette. Lacazette was literally just running around the whole game.
That's scary. That's actually scary.
Right? It shows the improvement that he can make in this team. And also, I know this is Football Manager, but like when you look at the hypothetical differences, he's expected to get more goals, he's expected to get more assists, he's expected to link up with more players in the eights. He's even linking up with the DMs. So it's just showing that like he's going to take our game to another level. I really do believe Gabriel Jesus is going to bang at Arsenal, and I think this is a similar situation to Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez took that second level, that next step. This is what I think Gabriel Jesus is going to be able to take at Arsenal also.
I think you could be onto something there, to be honest. That's a signing that we need, that we've got such a good squad that we need that sort of Ozil, Alexis signing that really elevated the club to another level. And I think Jesus can be that guy, 100%. I'm absolutely delighted to have him. And I think that he's got so many years in front of him as well. And like you say, he just makes our team so much better. And I think that if we had him last season, we would have finished top four 100%. So if we can, I think we've got a good chance to do it next season, or failing that, if we finish fifth, for example, I think that he can definitely help us win the Europa League. I think I've got a good feeling with him up front.
Boom. Okay. Let me just go back onto the agenda. There was the Yuri Tielemans stuff. Everyone's asking, what am I talking about with the Yuri Tielemans stuff? Where are you getting this information from, Iga? Where does it say that Yuri Tielemans has an agreement? You know what? I think you guys might be right. It might just be the same old recycled news, because on the 26th of June we heard this, and now on the 25th of July they're still running with the exact same story. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Yuri Tielemans' representatives. I think it's just saying that we've reached an agreement for personal terms. I don't think there's much new news. Someone's saying, please read the comments on TikTok. Let's see what they're saying on TikTok. They're saying a lot of stuff on TikTok. You got people saying Son over Henry. Come on, have some respect. People are saying Luis Diaz is the best left winger in the league. Liverpool fans love saying that their players are the best at everything. Timo Werner, you're actually taking the piss. I hear you. We ask if we're getting Tielemans. I don't think we're going to get Tielemans anymore. What do you guys think?
I think it might be one that we eventually get later in the window. That's just a hunch of mine. But he wants to join us. We want him, but I think it clearly relies on outgoing transfers, doesn't it? And I think they're eventually going to leave. The likes of Torreira and Bellerin, Maitland-Niles is probably going to go as well. And I think we probably will get it done. Or it should be a relatively easy deal to get done. The personal terms, I don't know if I feel like they've probably already been agreed, to be honest. I'm not too sure if that's a rumor that's new about the personal terms. But the fact that he wants to join and we've spoke to his representatives for a while, I think that's probably set in stone already.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like an initial agreement in place, because we've heard like his agent coming out. We've heard, oh, he's only interested in joining Arsenal. We've heard his agent trying to bring the price down. You know, I think every rumor out there has been out there, to be honest. I think it's either I think it depends on departures. I think if we move Bellerin, Torreira, maybe another midfielder, then you think, you know what? Yeah, we can bring him in. Because if you look at the squad at the moment, if we take into every midfielder at Arsenal at the moment, we got 7. So adding Tielemans would be 8. I'm sure obviously he'll be like an upgrade on what we got at the moment. But I think it's just, you know what, they need to let a few players go first before he comes in. Because at the moment, you're not hearing about him being linked anywhere else or going anywhere else or anyone bidding for him or showing interest. And I think personally, he's set on coming to Arsenal. But it's just it's a long-wounded one.
You know what? I think Yuri Tielemans to Arsenal is going to be dragging until the final day of the window, or Leicester are going to set a deadline, and we're going to have to give them an answer before that deadline. Because at this moment in time, the club wants the player, he wants to move, everybody wants to move. It's just if it's going to happen or not. and this is the situation. We're going to have to wait and see if it happens or not, and we're just going to have to. It's going to be playing the waiting game. Whoever budges first. I honestly do believe eventually it will get sorted out. Don't forget thumbs up, people. Yeah, definitely don't forget to hit that like button. Do you think Jesus will outscore Haaland? Wow, what a question.
Relies on injuries, that doesn't it? Because and rotation. To be fair, Pep loves to rotate. Haaland has had many injuries over the years, so Jesus, if he's fit, he's going to probably start every single day game for us. Maybe not if we're deep in the Europa League, but yeah, I mean, potentially, if Haaland picks up an injury or two, then yes. But if Haaland's fully fit throughout the whole season or only misses a couple of games, I think Haaland will probably score more. Personally,
I don't know about comparing Jesus to Haaland, but what I'm gonna say right now is don't be surprised if Haaland does not bag as many goals as we expect him to in this first season. And don't be surprised if Harry Kane and Haaland and Jesus are not too far off from each other. Just saying, because you could find a situation where Gabriel Jesus comes into that pack and they come down a little bit because there's more goal scorers in those teams than there is at Arsenal. Arsenal, he's going to be the main man, where at Man City and at Tottenham, they have so many other people who can score 20 plus goals. Just think about it, right? But hey, maybe that's too ambitious. Moving on quickly from that. I think Arteta prefers Xhaka to Tielemans. What do you guys think about that, Xhaka? Because I know we had a whole 2-hour video the other day where we were talking about Xhaka. You could talk about Xhaka 24/7, but I personally believe Xhaka is a little bit more. I think Xhaka is disrespected, but at the same time, a little bit overpraised because he gets credited for a lot of the good things that we do, but he also gets a lot of the credit for a lot of the bad things that happen when he's playing, such as red cards and silly things like that.
Xhaka is always going to be that player who divides opinion. You either like him or you don't like him. You either want him at Arsenal or you don't want him. It's just one of those ones. Ødegaard, you like him. You ask me, I don't. Jason might have a different opinion. Again, I was on that panel the other day, man. Obviously, it was like 2 hours. I think that was the longest video you done on YouTube, man. It was almost 2 hours just going back and forth, man. Shaka's shit, man. No, Shaka's rubbish. No, but but he's shit, man. No, but he's crap, man. But what about his red cards? But what about the Champions League? And it's like, we've been doing this for 5 years.
Oh man, Jason, you missed it. So basically, we were talking about transfers, and then somehow we ended up on Xhaka not leaving, and then it turned into a 2-hour special where we were just talking about the last 45 minutes. We were just talking about Xhaka.
I think mad. You started at like 11, and we was there till like 1 a.m. man.
It was one of the late night sessions. Anyways, this is not going to go that long, obviously. This is just a quick one.
Yeah, no, you see with Xhaka, you either like him or you don't. That's that. I'm just going to hold it there. I'm not going to say my reasons behind not wanting him and all this and blah, blah, blah. Because again, we'll be here till like midnight again. So, yeah. Tielemans, I mean, with comparison with him and Tielemans, I think Tielemans maybe offers us a bit extra. He's just a bit quicker. You know, he might get us a few more goals, but I don't think there is a massive margin between him and Xhaka. They're kind of different. They're kind of like little bit same in terms of that position that they play. They can ping that ball over the top. They sometimes, you know, will score you that 30-yard goal here and there. But yeah, I don't think there's a massive, you know, comparison between him and Xhaka.
Okay. What about you, Jason? What's your opinion on Xhaka quickly? If it's not going to take too long.
Don't worry. I like him, but it's one of those, isn't it? I like him, and then I feel like I love him, and then next thing you know, you'll get sent off, and I'm like, oh, like what? Like what am I supposed to do here? Like, so whenever I feel like I begin to really endear myself to him, he does something that then makes me really upset. But overall, no, I think he's a good player, but I do think that is a position that we could potentially improve, and I think Tielemans would be an improvement. And as Ozzy said, he would definitely bring more goals into the midfield, and he has a good eye for goal. But yeah, Xhaka's one that the jury's still out on after, is it 6 years? So yeah, I'm not surprised it took a 2-hour debate the other night when you were speaking about him. But yeah, I do like him, and obviously Arteta loves him as well. So
somebody's asking, what do we think about Chelsea's Jules Koundé situation? Honestly, I couldn't care less about Chelsea, my friend. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, the only thing is we can laugh at Chelsea for another player they're not getting.
That's true. But
they ain't got no pool, man.
Let's talk about Onana. I like the next question. Onana, we were linked to him. I don't think we're actually gonna get him, because you know when we're linked to a player and it's like, I feel like it's an agent link because we're not consistently linked to that player for too long. If we're linked to him for like a day or two, I don't think it's something that serious. Like, I don't know if you guys know about him. Belgian DM. He's 6'4" and he's a defensive midfielder. He would be good, but I don't know.
Is that the Lille player?
Yes.
Yeah, I think West Ham have been looking at him. I think they offered like £20 million, and Lille said no. But I must admit, I have not seen him play once, so I can't say whether or not I think.
Yeah, for me, same. I've never seen him play, so I don't know too much about him. I feel like you said, Ødegaard, it was kind of there for 1 or 2 days, and then you heard nothing. So again, yeah, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just the agent link trying to, you know, with agents, they're obviously trying to bring the stature of their player quick, you know, trying to say multiple teams are interested and whatnot. So it is what it is.
Yeah, these guys won't let the Timo Werner stuff die. So let's bring it back quickly. Big up Mustin in the house. My guy says, big up Igal. Werner is not good enough for Arsenal. If he's not good enough for Chelsea, technically he shouldn't be good enough for Arsenal. Am I wrong, guys?
Straight up.
Agreed, yeah.
But if he was a Man City player, I might have considered it, because Man City are giving us all their players and they're pretty good. I would take Gundogan at this point if he wanted to leave City. I think he's that good. But bro, sorry about missing your super chat. This Partey thing is messed up. I know we're not gonna get too much into it. Let's leave it. Ødegaard is the only midfield general because we have that leadership. What?
Because we need that leadership.
What do you think about Ødegaard as captain? I like it. I don't
know. I'll let Jason take this one, because for me,
I'm just gonna say this.
I don't know.
I don't know if Ozzy or Jason go to games, but I've been to a couple games last season, and Ødegaard is one of the most vocal people in that whole team. He's always telling people to press. He's always telling people to go. He's always telling people where to stand, where to move, what to do. And in the North London Derby and in the Leicester game, in the North London Derby and the Manchester United game, he ran the show. I think Martin Ødegaard, we have ourselves an amazing player, and it's only been his first full season last season. This is going to be his second full season. He's going to absolutely pop off. I think he's going to blow. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I think he, with Jesus in front of him, can probably get 10 assists in the league at least. I And yeah, I like the idea of him as captain. He's only 23, and to have a 23-year-old captain Arsenal is a bit crazy. Obviously, Fabregas did it. Ødegaard's not quite that level, but Fabregas was immense, wasn't he? He was such a good player. But yeah, I mean, like you say, he's very vocal. He's a midfield general. I see a bit of Arteta in him, to be honest, as a player. And I think that, yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to that. I think I like the idea of Tierney being captain, but you can't really make someone captain that's not that not available the whole season. You know, Ødegaard's very durable, and Tierney's probably biggest weakness is the fact that he's not durable. But I don't think Tierney's that much of a dressing room presence. I think he's quite quiet as well. So, but Ødegaard's not. He's yeah. I think he's the natural choice for us. I mean, is there anyone else in your head that you think should be captain? Obviously, Xhaka had the chance. I think we don't go back there with Xhaka after what happened. But yeah, is there anyone else that you think perhaps?
I think there's no real other candidates besides possibly Ramsdale, Kieran Tierney. That's it, really.
Yeah, if Gabriel's English was maybe 100%, he might be a good shout. Maybe further down the line of Ødegaard.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The center back situation, Saliba Saliba is gonna be taking Ben White's spot soon, so Ben White can't be captain because he might not be starting very much.
I don't think Ben White would be. I don't see him as captain material personally. I don't
not
know what it is about him. I think he's a good player. I think he's maybe just a bit too laid back, isn't he, as a person to maybe be captain of Arsenal?
Yeah, I think if you look at the whole squad, person that it fits the most, and considering he's a captain for his national side, it makes sense. Because when you look at Arsenal collectively as a whole team, you struggle to even pick out a handful. So at the moment, is he? You know, is he really captain material? Yeah, he's vocal. He does this. He does that. But at the moment in time, you're not gonna say, you know what, you would definitely pick someone over him. So it makes sense for now.
Yeah.
You know what I don't get? Why is it that we are linked to a mysterious winger? And who on earth could this mysterious winger be? It still bothers me. Every day.
I generally just think that we were linked with Rafinha. We made a pretty big bid and we were really keen on signing him. It didn't happen. So I think journalists have sort of just thought that we are in for a winger because we made this bid. So we're going to go back in for one. I don't think there is a specific name. I don't think there is this mystery man in the market that we've been talking to, because it would have come out by now, because these journalists like Ornstein and Romano, they know everything. So I think, yeah, I think it was just, there's not a mystery man, is there? I think that we just want a winger, and we're probably looking at who it could be, and it's anyone's guess, really, isn't it?
You know what, Jason? I think you're the first person to actually make sense of this thing for me. It's just journalists. They don't know who we're linked to. So they're saying there's a mystery guy that we're linked to. In the case, if there's somebody that signs, they're like, that was the guy and we couldn't tell you.
I knew it all along.
I knew it. They're smart. They're playing this game where they think they know stuff, but they don't know nothing. They're just playing with us. And if we don't sign a winger, they're saying, oh, we couldn't get him done. That's what they're going to say. But hey, that's your answer to the mystery winger. Someone's saying Champions League next season. You know what? I do believe we're going to get it next season. Call me crazy, call me whatever, but I do believe this upcoming season, we are the most prepared we've been in a while. I think Chelsea look poor. Manchester United look like they still need to do stuff. Tottenham are looking good. So I think it's going to be Arsenal and Tottenham who get those top four spots. What about you, Jason?
Well, I do agree that we probably should see ourselves as favourites, judging by the summer that we've had, both on and off the pitch. Chelsea, they're in a bit of turmoil, really, aren't they? But I think Ten Hag's a really, really good manager. And I think that he could potentially get Man U to fourth. But I don't necessarily feel confident about top four, but I do feel confident about qualifying for the Champions League, because I do think that we will either finish fourth, third, or win the Europa League. So I'm confident in that regard. But I don't know what way we're going to qualify, whether it'll be domestically or for Europe.
There you go. Okay, guys, we're at 45 likes. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now. You guys can definitely get this past 100 likes. If you do have 2 accounts, 3 accounts on your YouTube, just use all of them to hit the like. But yeah, let's move on to the final couple things. The final 2 topics that I wanted to discuss. One, we got the pink kit. I don't know if you guys seen it. You must have seen it. It's everywhere today. The pink kit, it looked fire. I'm not gonna lie. We don't miss with kits. But like, I wish we could hit with most of our transfers like we do with kids. Is there anything to actually say? These are just amazing.
I mean, it's not for me. I might buy it for my girlfriend, but if I did have one, but that'd be about it. I wouldn't wear it.
You wouldn't wear that? What about you, Jason?
It's not for me.
Yeah, I've been known to sport a bit of pink every so often, so I think it's definitely something that I would purchase. But I prefer the away kit. The away kit is
of course,
immaculate, isn't it? I was going to buy one today from Arsenal Direct, but it's only available in small and extra large, so I need to wait for it to come back in stock.
I'm going to go to the stadium to try to find an actual medium. People asking about Gakpo. I don't think there's any news on Gakpo besides PSV want to sell Gakpo. Arsenal want to buy Gakpo. We'll see if it happens, but I don't think he's a good fit. Left winger who predominantly is an inside forward who gets onto his right. Does he fit?
I think that kind of inside forward thing doesn't fit into the squad. I'm not sure.
I don't think I've looked at his heat map, guys. He would be playing predominantly in the same position as what we would have Martinelli or ESR in anyways. So do we need a third one of those, or do we need someone who can also play on the right, like a Saka? Because I don't think Pepe is going to stay. And while we're talking about Pepe, we might as well talk about him. I think Pepe is potentially could be sold, and if he doesn't get sold, we're not going to sign a winger.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I want Pepe gone. I think that right winger for me, I think is priority over the midfield, I would say. Because last season, like Saka was playing every game in and out, to the point where the guy looked like he was one like literally stab or like toe from someone, and he would be injured for 6 weeks. That every time he went down, we was all like, oh no. And I think towards like the end of the season, he got burnt out. He was like so tired. And Arteta does not trust Pepe. Pepe's come out and said, I've changed a lot this season and blah, 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 whatever he's done. But the guy just looks disinterested. He doesn't even look like he wants to play football, for me personally. Like, I've never seen him up for a game. But then you will get one game out of the blue, he will score or like cut in on the left or do something. But it's like 1 in every 10 games. We can't have that. We can't be reliant on that one day where he decides to turn up. We need it like, I mean, if you say like 2 out of 3 games you turn up, fair enough. You can have an odd day here and there, but not like once in every like 10 games. It's not good enough. So for me, that's like a priority position for me. Right winger, I think we should, like, if who's going to sign like another player, I'd want it to be a right winger, because the overload on Saka last season was too much.
Yes. Okay. Let's just move on quickly. Jason, Pepe, before we finish up, what's your final thoughts on Pepe?
Yeah, for like Ozzy said, for a £72 million player, he needs to be that guy, doesn't he? And he obviously isn't. And I think he does sort of come across a bit lethargic, like you say. He does look uninterested. But some players are like that, and they can't perform. But he needs to show that he can perform. And he's performed in fits and starts. He changed the game against Wolves, didn't he? The home one when we came from behind. But yeah, for a £72 million player, he needs to be that guy. You can't be someone who performs once every 5 games, for example. But I think we've been using him in pre-season because we realised that if no one comes in for him, then we're going to have to use him. So Arteta's not frozen him out. He's not he's not going to not use him at all. But yeah, Saka does need a bit of that burden taken off of him. He played every single Premier League game last season. So I think that is as a pressing issue. I think I'd maybe prioritise a centre midfielder over a right winger, but I think that is probably the two positions that we need to look at between now and the end of the window.
Boom. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's not much today. Today's a very quiet day. So it was mainly the Timo Werner random that we needed to get onto. And we're done with the poll. Just to let you guys know, the final poll results, 56% said no. It's a lot closer than I thought. I would think more people said no to friggin' Jared Bowen than said to Timo Werner. It's crazy. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna what? It's
not a surprise.
Yeah, it is a big surprise. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. As you guys know, you guys can always catch us on EGTV. I'll be back today with a couple more videos. I'm gonna be doing a big video at 8 o'clock with a Liverpool fan, Chelsea fan, Arsenal fan, as myself, of course, Manchester United fan, and I'm gonna get a City fan, and we're gonna do a preview to preseason games and speak about what's going on with the Community Shield. And we'll be back tonight with Sunny TV from Sunny, formerly from AF TV, and we'll be doing a call-in show later tonight where you guys can call in. But big up Jason for coming on for the first time. Really do appreciate it. Very well spoken. Really appreciate it. And Ozzy, as always, coming on. Really do appreciate it. Big up, guys.
Big up.
Have yourselves a wonderful day.
Guys, make sure you hit that like button, man. Come on, man.
Of course.
Big up Ødegaard and Jason. Big up everyone in the chat. And hit that like button.